right, looks like they're in the game. We're heading into game 2. Best of 7 between Wyatt and Blade. Wyatt is also known as DoubleDBChoi on Twitch. And they're sticking with their same colors, pink versus teal. For both players, they're obviously red civs, so that'll be fine. I'm gonna reveal the whole map for us. And this is Ancient Spires. So we're not using any custom maps in this matchup. This is really just for the normal default matchup. So yeah. Also, Vamir, I am not sure what my thoughts are just yet until I'll be able to play them. I'm really excited though for the Ottomans. I think that'll be a really fun ad. New civs, new factions will be really fun, and I think it'll bring some new life to the game and some new additions to hopefully some balanced things that are happening. All right, Wolves being taken up also by Blade, doing a little bit of, I don't know if he did this on purpose, but I think he did that on purpose. He definitely did that on purpose. Trying to take some of the resources away from Choi right now, who is playing as the Roos. We can check in on his bounty. This is the nice thing about the Observer UI. It has the bounty up in the corner. I don't need to toggle it anymore. So Choi is sitting at 110. We want to get into the sweet spot, just over 200, 250 or so is that's what people are saying. I think is kind of the good spot to go before you age up into the next stage. If anybody can age up fast, it's definitely the Roos versus like a different civ. I think it's harder to age up just as fast. Also, guys, I just want to say thank you. I couldn't host these show matches without you all, so I hope you all are enjoying it, especially with some beloved members of our community such as Blade and Choi. And also, this is a very far walk for the Imperial official, but he is strutting his stuff. Look at this guy go. Look at his robes waving in the wind. And remember, so fishing is also, this is awesome because the nice thing about Ancient Spires was, one, this is definitely Ancient Spires, but I don't see a spire. Oh, there's a spire. This is really flat Ancient Spires map spawn. Fishing gathering rate is fast, guys. Fishing gathering is very fast, so it's advantageous to have this so close to your main base. Obviously, Choi is not spending time getting fish. He's not going to get the bounty from it, but he has done a really good job of collecting a significant amount of sheep this round, as he's got 13, and he is ready to go up into the next age with the Golden Gate. No Kremlins tonight, guys. No Kremlins tonight. We have no Kremlins, so I would like Kremlins, but we don't. Also, thank you for the follow. Checking back in on the eastern side of the map, going down with oh, actually canceled. I'm not sure where Blade is deciding. Oh, decided to place it more into a safer zone so that Imperial economy is going to get placed down. We'll see more Imperial officials out for Blade. That'll boost his economy just a little bit and boost his military production if he decides to go that way. We'll see if what choice he decides to take, especially as China player playing Roos. Roos is so versatile. It's my favorite civ. I'm very bad at playing them, but I love them because they're so versatile. Yeah, they just respond well in different situations, and they have like an answer for, I think, a lot of different civs. And so I'm hoping, like, as this game develops, we can possibly get kind of that same feeling from all of the different civs as we introduce 2 more civs. Also, guys, remember, if you want to play with us, this game is a lot cheaper nowadays. So we got, like, I think it's like 50% off or something right now. So if you guys ever want to join in, it's definitely more affordable. And it looks like Choi is actually starting to go on to gold right before he ages up into feudal. This is, you know, as a Roos, you can trade for gold, but I'm not sure if he's going to trade for stone and go for 2 TC, which he might do, especially for like against a China player who sometimes goes more eco heavy. So that could also be an option, but we'll see. Yes, it's currently free, right? It was 50% off last week, I think, and now it's free. So it's free till later, I think. Free through the weekend. Thank you, chat, for answering my questions for me. I have like so much news to keep up on. I can't keep it straight. Also, we've got a Barbican getting placed down. I love this positioning for Blade. It's going to protect a lot of these hunts for him and his fishing eco. He's almost fished this entire small lake right now. Choi is out on the map. Pretty far. Seems to be scouting, doing a little bit of scout defense right now. But Blade's base is kind of long, but otherwise I think he's okay. He's going down with a barracks right now. This will protect some of his areas from any oncoming raids, which I'm assuming is going to happen from Choi. He's making his way out with 8 vills, standard 8 villagers, probably going to place down. I don't know if I think he's going for a boar right now. I'm assuming he's going for this boar. He'll get that bounty on that. He's sitting at 280 right now. Yeah, that's gonna get taken out right now. A little bit of scout chasing going on the northern side of the map. Both players playing relatively conservatively instead of being aggressive. And I'm not sure if any military production buildings are coming out just yet from Choi. He is storing up a lot of gold right now. Bounty's sitting at 355. This is only sitting at 22 a minute and is actually placing down wooden fortress just ahead from his his lumber camp. So he'll get that 20% buff bonus as well. Actually going for second TC on top of the boar. So he'll be able to collect that boar, place it right into the TC. And this is a pretty good position for him too, setting up a second base right along the water in between 2 wood lines. That's immediately spotted out by Blade though, it looks like. Yeah, Blade definitely sees that. He definitely sees that. And an archery range is also getting placed down by Choi. So I think that's a good answer, especially when there's a barracks in the midst of the China players. And we've got a second TC response from Blade. So we have it in the Song Dynasty, 2 TCs, and he'll be able to have access to different military units. He does only have a barracks right now, but is storing up on the wood economy, and I think he'll be able to get another military building down if he wants in just a little bit. Ooh, second archery range placed down by Choi, so this will allow him to send out more units. I don't know if he's going to be aggressive with these 2 just yet, or how long he's gonna wait until he's ready. He also is setting down a stable as well. So we've got a stable down, 2 archery ranges, so definitely a lead in terms of military production buildings, but both players haven't sent out too many units right now. Double products in queue for YSI. I think both of them are focusing more on economy right now than being aggressive. Actually, third archery range placed down by Choi right now. Oh, and okay, so heavy investment by Choi into military production buildings. We were sitting at 5 production buildings, archers coming out just now, and Blade is starting to wall up on the defense. China is a great pocket player. They just like to kind of sit for a little bit, grow on the economy, and once they hit this point, they just start to roll, and it can get pretty scary. So I think he's trying to do that, prevent the Roost from coming in for any raids right now. I do hear a sound going off. Just scout with spotting out those military production buildings. So we'll see what Blade's response is as he's noticed that. So he's spotting down a stable and an archery range. So it's a trio. And right now, if you guys are wondering who's in the lead, Blade is up by 1. Choi, so it's 1-0 Blade for sure right now. Jukanu also on their way out onto the map. I think he's just storing them up right now. Both players hovering around with their military. So I don't know what access point Choi is going to use, if he's going to come around this way. But Blade has done a pretty good job of walling off any of those entry points, any of those choke points, and preventing any of the raids that could come through, especially from a Roost player. They have access to those early knights in feudal age, just like the French. And they have kind of the economy already preset for regular horsemen. So that's always helpful when you're playing against one of these civs that can be aggressive, to wall up early. Blasphemous also in place for Choi. Seems to be queuing up some of the iron undermesh first. And I don't know if he's going to go in with rams or if he's going to prepare that, but that's his first. Oh, actually, he has already gotten siege engineering. So he can make rams, and he does have the wood economy to go through with that. Yeah, and he's coming out with spears, a whole bunch of archers, and then some early knights. And I think I can hear the sounds coming off. Early knight did get taken out by three cav and four cavalrymen. So 4 horsemen from Blade. So that was a not successful attempt. I'm just like waiting for something to happen. I'm kind of scared, actually. Scout is kind of in the South Forest, and I think Choi is going to go around this way. Does probably spot out this other scout, taking that guy out. Not going to survive more than a second, and pushing around to the south side of the map. This is where Blade is waiting, though, so this is kind of a good position. While the gold is exposed, and there isn't a Barbican, he doesn't have to go past a Barbican. He's realizing that he's gonna have to push through this way. The Chuganu though, he's got quite a bit of military. Military matchup is even. I guess not even. Choi definitely has the advantage here. Hopefully, I think he's gonna try to draw Blade up to the northern side of the map. Yeah, so he's northern side of the base. So drawing Blade up to the north side, moving most of the military, and has a ram down here on the south side. If he busts through, it's gonna split the whole military of Blade. Blade is getting pushed back, but this is on fire right now, which means damage is just gonna come through naturally. If Blade doesn't get any villagers over there to do some repairing, I think he's gonna make it though. Definitely gonna make it just in time. Made it in time for sure. Protecting that little wall up there. That'll give him access to come into the forward base of Choi right now. And Choi is making a third ram. The ram dance, as I've heard other casters call it, the ram dance. And 3 rams heading in to do a little bit of push towards. And look at that group. That group of that's a good group of archers. That's 30 archers right there. 30 versus 19, 20 Chuganu. So that's actually, they have a faster firing rate, but he has to be careful, make sure he protects his units. There's just going to be a battle of the micro between all these players. So we'll see what what micro these players have against each other. Rams are going straight in there, actually doing a pretty good job of blocking. I don't know what's going on, if that's like they're doing a really good job of shielding. Actually decided to make their way around. Is super getting slowed down right here. Wow, Choi is down to military of 35. And Blade is sitting at 35 as well. So I think relatively even between them. Has to be careful to protect his archer mass that he's saved up. And more military getting queued up by Blade. Wow, all of those guys survived that push from those cav and are making their way into the main TC. There was no micro at all. They just went for it. Or there was, I don't know, like I was confused. Those rams like totally got stuck there. It's if you guys are, yeah, it's advanced improved observer UI. So if you just type in observer, if you guys want to view the game just like I do with this up top, you have to choose the observer UI. But all the players who are playing the game have to make sure they are using that mod for for you to view it in that way. Well, I think both players have now are just kind of like pushing back and forth. Choi did lose out mostly. And so that's the power of China right here. He has a protected base. They've been able to boom. He's got the Imperial officials. Look at these guys. Yeah, they're just like observing the military production buildings, and he was able to recover a lot faster. So he's going to do exactly what Choi did to him back. Building a couple rams. Neither player obviously is ready to go up into the next stage, although Blade definitely has the advantage in this situation. Especially since he can recover his military right now and has the eco to do so. Obviously doesn't have as much wood, but does have the gold for the Shukanu. Ram is starting to push in on this area. I think Choi's gonna let it happen. He's staying underneath the safety of his TC. He has 8 spears in there to get extra TC fire off. He does want to stay back though and avoid losing any of his archer units. And so this is the micro that I was waiting for. So he is trying to protect it as best as he can. And it looks like Blade is starting to push in. Really good screening from several of these knights. Man, the firing rate on these guys is insane. Oh yeah, the firing rate is just so high. Obviously, they're not effective against armored units, but most of the units from Choi are not armored besides several of those knights that he has. And so he has to do a really good job. He's using his knights as a screen, but they are taking a lot of damage. Those Shuganu are, look at how many are, look at this production time. Production time from the Imperial officials is crazy. It's just OP. Choi is trying to catch up. His military production buildings are under attack right now. He's down to a military of 16. Blade is at a military of 50. Look at that. PopCap is at 160. And you just see them flooding in across the map right now, pushing Choi back to his main base. I don't think he's out of the game right now because he does have a strong economy. Most of his economy wasn't down on this area. Most of it is up north into his main base. But man, that is a military of 50 coming his way. And all of his military production buildings are up here up front. So he does have 3 stables in this area, but nothing else. And I mean, at this point, I think those are the strongest units he can make. He is placing down 4 more archery ranges right now to try to catch up. He's at a eco of 57. And oh my gosh, the economy of Blade is at 109. Villager production is really, really high. I think Choi did lose quite a bit of villagers on that south side, but that is doubled up, and Blade can go up to Castle Age right now. Is going up to Castle Age right now. Yeah, he's going down to the astronomical clock tower. So it's just a matter of time before Blade makes his way into the main base of Choi. Choi has to be careful to do his best to protect any of these areas, these exposed kind of choke points. He is pretty safe and tucked in, but he has a long way to go if he wants to catch up, especially since Blade is going to be in Castle Age and has a huge economy to back it. I'm a little bit worried for Choi, just because this is looming right now. He's also fishing on his closest lake, one of the closer lakes to Choi. So Blade is taking fishing by storm, has a military of 52 right now. Choi is sitting at a military of 23, does not have a strong economy to rebuild that back up. I don't know where his military is sitting over here. And he does have a good little raiding party, though, actually in the main base of Blade, hopefully to create a little bit of distraction, do enough damage to keep him back. But man, 119 villagers. 119 villagers right now, and we just got to Castle Age and the versus 53. Ooh, spearmen are doing quick work, making quick work of those knights right now. Yeah, Choi lost his entire raiding party. No matter how upgraded you are, if there's that many more spears. And we get the tap out from Choi right now. Blade has successfully won game 2 out of the best of 7 show match between YSet, aka DoubleDBChoi and Blade.